That's great.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
So,
So shall we start first? So good afternoon, ma'am. How are you?
yeah, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. And what about you?
Yes, I'm also well. There's no complaining. So tell me how's your day so far today?
Yeah, it's pretty much good. Like, I'm very excited that I have completed my all household chores, and it's going to be my third session. So, yeah, I'm very excited now, and especially I'm having session with you that you are a good speaker. I have seen your lot of the videos. So, yeah, that's I'm glad.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me this compliment. It means a lot to me, and I always try to give my best in my
Mm.
conversations, and so that my each conversation could be so productive for the somebody who can learn
Yeah.
something from me. Yes,
Okay. So yeah, as we are talking the very first time, so I want to know, would you mind mentioning about yourself?
yes, of course, ma'am. I would more than happy to introduce myself around you. So this is Chandan here. I live
Mm-hmm.
in Bihar State. Professionally, I'm a teacher. And if I talk about my keen interest, so I love to talk to new people and traveling different places. It is a part of my hobby. Yeah, that's all about me.
Okay, okay, great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, ma'am,
So
may I know about you a little bit?
yeah, sure thing. I'm Reena, English language enthusiast and social worker and homemaker. I have a daughter. She is 8 year old, and recently I created my YouTube channel by the name of English with Reena. And in order to become a fluent speaker and become a more confident being on a screen, and beyond my passion for education, I deeply committed to serving humanity. I always stand for those who are facing challenges, and whether through it my role as a secretary of Mahila Unnati Sanstha and in my personal capacity, while also ensuring a good education for my kid. I raised and born in Madhya Pradesh, but I have been living Greater Noida past 3 years. And if we are talking about my hobbies, so yeah, in my spare time, I would like to listen music and reading books and also talk with the co-learner. Nowadays, this is my hobby, and it's pretty much about me.
Yeah, that's a wonderful introduction of you, ma'am. And it's obvious things I observed, I noticed. Over your talking, you speak very nice. Really
Thanks.
amazing.
Yeah, actually, I believe to upgrading myself every single day, and I consider myself as a learner, and I will be the learner whole life. So I try to, upgrade myself. Yeah. So, but yeah, your appreciation. Thanks for your appreciation.
Of course, ma'am, you deserve. And actually, you are right. No one can be a proficient for entire life in education. Our education's process would be, continue for entire life. So
Yeah. It's true.
considering self as a learner, it is a more
Mhm.
convenient to sustain our hungerness towards the knowledge, I would say, and acquiring as much as we can. Right.
Yeah. True. True. So, yeah, I want to know about your English journey. These are a common question, but yeah, it's very quite interesting also. So, yeah, please share with us also your English journey.
Okay. So, so if I talk about my English journey, so it started 2 years back when I was as a normal teacher, you can say, in a school, and considering self like no that much ability in me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just considering like I have to learn this because being a English is English medium school. It's my responsibility to be good in English language as well. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why I started 2 years back. And
Okay.
of course, I did multiple things in order to improve my English. I talked to many persons over the social media, and used multiple application as well because of not having the environment. Yeah, I did multiple things. You can say, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I
that
think required for if you want to be good in this language. So you will have to be followed the essential tools, essential skills which are required for
Yeah,
communication.
yeah, somewhere, if I talk about Indian citizens, so each of them having less environment, less companion, who are not interested to speak English, right? In
Mhm.
their life, daily life. So somewhere we are getting, lack of facilities, such a facilities, which is very necessity to indulge self and improve this language, right? That's
Mhm.
the reason we are using this platform, these kinds of applications, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And these platform help us a lot for towards the learning. So I also using the platform with the various platform which are very helpful for me.
You're right, ma'am. So, ma'am, tell me, like, how do you manage your daily routine? Because you are multi-talented, what I knew.
Yeah, I'm not multi-talented. I don't consider myself because it's it's depend whatever I'm doing. It's it's to it's my hobby. Like I'm a social worker by my hobby, and from my childhood, it was my desire that I want to be do something for the people who really needs. So I'm a big devotee of Sai Baba, and he also, used to serve humanity among people. And so I think I have been chosen by him for this path. And really I love to do something for the people who really needs a lot, and especially for the women. Our organization it's dedicated to for women empowerment. So yeah, and also English is my passion, and so according to whenever I get a time, so I try to utilize my time in order to improve myself and be a good speaker.
Yeah, you are right. Because having knowledge about multiple areas, and if you do not have any specific reasons, so that the people can listen you, right? So, if I talk about the specific reasons what we are receiving in our day-to-day life, this is the language. This is
Hmm.
the language the people eagerly listen to you. If you're giving any opinions through this language, the people will listen you. So
Yeah.
this is called, more advantage for us to express our opinions over any matters. People enthusiastically they can observe, right?
Hmm.
They will
True,
listen,
true.
right? And this is the way you can spread your knowledge, right? Because as much as you spread your knowledge, and you can extend your levels, right?
It's true. It's true. So yeah, that is true. And also, I would like to know by your side that how do you remember the vocabulary, and how do you put while a conversation?
Okay.
This is a common question which is asked by, I think, many co-learners, because everyone finds it some little bit difficult. Is remember it's the easiest thing, but when it comes to putting while a conversation, so I think the all feel it's a something difficult for.
Yes, you're right, ma'am. Actually, what happens? I want to manifest some reasons related some co-learners or every person. Like while having conversation with any new strangers, I would say, in that situation, we are going to receive multiple thoughts regarding different matters, and this thought become the reasons, for having many problems. Because what we learned previously, we start forgetting, because our new thoughts start conquering our entire mind, our
Mm,
thoughts. It's obvious things coming, new thoughts. It's obvious things you start forgetting your previous memory of your previous days, what you learned. The same thing happened at the conversation time. So
mm,
the questions comes into this field how to remove this problem, right? So whenever you talk to anybody, you have to keep and calm. Don't think much more about any matters. Okay? Always receive after receiving the topic from other side, you try to convey your message over the matters.
mm,
Yeah, you have to block your multiple thoughts, not entering into your mind. And this is the way you can perform tremendously. What I always used to do. I don't consider much more while connecting with any personality. I always focus on my performance only. I don't care with whom I'm going to connect today. Okay.
Okay.
Believe on myself. You have to believe on yourself. I
Okay.
can do anything. And this is called advantage. It will help us to keep calm myself in each conversation with an expert or any intermediate level. Okay. And this way I always remember my vocabulary. I keep sustaining my all these things for a long time. So
Great.
this is my suggestions for all beginners. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And what particular word you like, you found most beautiful in English?
Actually, I think as far as my knowledge, each vocabulary it's quite significant, beautiful itself. We
Mm.
can't say my like specific words, right? It's a
Okay.
situationally, what situationally are you using? Yeah,
Okay. Okay. So, would you like to ask anything for me? I will happy to answer it.
yeah, sure. So, in the current scenario, what books have you been following?
Books.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, actually, when I started to reading books, so I started from especially the children book because it's very easy to understand and it's very attractive. The uh, so I started from the children book, and especially for I learned my daughter books, like she's in fourth standard, but I'm continuously learning her second standard and third standard books, which are based on the historical story. And Sudha Murthy, yeah, Sudha Murthy big books is also very important, very beneficial for me during my journey, because it's easy to understand and the language is very easy to understand. And uh, yeah, so I really fond of the books which is written by Sudha Murthy.
Of course, that is this is the strategy I would say to going through the low standard book because it will help you to sustain your interest level. You know what's happening nowadays? Co-learners, having suggestion through the multiple professionals, like
Yeah,
if you're going to follow such a book, so it would be very beneficial for you. But they
mm,
do not know their levels. Like they are so poor in English, right? In every aspect of English is spoken. They prefer self to choose a very high-fi book
yeah,
site.
it's true, true.
Right. After buying that book and reading a few pages, they are going to know about their ability like they are nothing. Okay, they are unable to finish out that book, and due to that reason, they lost their interest,
Confidence. Yeah. And
confidence. Yeah.
books are an expensive thing, right? So if you buy and later on you're not to read, so I think it's a waste of money. And also, so you should not go by any suggestion. You should choose wisely according to your level.
Yes. So according to me, I also used to do the same thing. Like you. When I used to learn English, that time I used follow very low standard book, fourth
Yeah,
class, fifth class. I took for my student for reading purpose only. Still,
yeah,
I'm reading that book because it was,
yeah.
it was, it would be maintaining my interest level. After finishing the one chapter, I was having too much pleasure inside. Oh my God, I have
Yes.
complete out. I understood everything. Right.
Yeah.
So
It's
these
true. It's
kinds
true.
of
I also I also feel the same thing. And so yeah.
yeah, so that kinds of excitement, give me so much motivation. Okay,
Mm.
to read more and more. And if you read more and more, so you're going to learn more and more, right? This is the reality, I would say. So that's why still, having multiple suggestions and recognitions about the student side, like they have been following this book, that book, even though I couldn't buy even single book because
Yeah,
I know
I also.
that.
I also, and motivation is required for if you want to achieve, if you want to get something. So motivation is play significant role.